Good morning, good afternoon, and a very good evening to you all, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Metal Gear Solid 4 with Morris. And what is undoubtedly going to be the loudest episode in the whole friggin' walkthrough. Oh, yeah. Not really a lot I can say about this. Not least of all because, you know, you probably can't hear what I'm saying. But yeah, as far as I'm aware, there's not really much of a way you can fail this. I mean, Metal Gear is pretty well equipped. To deal with the oncoming Gecko. My god, it's so loud. It's not even on a loud volume and it's loud. Yeah, I tend to mainly stick with the Gatling gun for these Metal Gear sections. Why does he jump off? Why does he even need to jump off? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I tend to stick with the Gatling guns rather than switch to the laser, which you got to charge up, and the rockets, which I don't really know how they work. I find the Gatling gun to be the most reliable thing. As long as you keep an eye on the temperature of it in the top right, it's the only weapon you really need. It does enough damage. I always get, I always seem to lose a lot of health here, but it doesn't really matter. You get full health in the next section anyway, so there's literally not one thing you have to think about during this section. It doesn't look very stable, this machine. I don't think I did my job properly 9 years ago. Those Stinger missiles barely did anything, it's working fine. And it can run. Since when could it run?
They self-destructed.
Look at that. He could have avoided that. He just took too long posing for the camera. That's what happens.
What's that?
Oh! Boom! Pretty stylish landing for a giant walking tank. Yeah, you always say that.
Liquid Moses, where our fates were born, and where yours ends, Snake.
God, it looks so cramped in there. Mine's alright, because, you know, the mouth is open, so I got room to breathe, but I wouldn't want to be in that cockpit. Alrighty, Rex versus Ray, the ultimate battle. This is one of the boss battles I was so pumped for when I saw the trailer. I also like how Snake has absolutely no problem controlling Rex. Despite having never used it before. Maybe the Mark II has a lot to do with it. Mark III, whatever. But yeah, again, I tend to only use the Gatling gun for this. Use it to stun it, and then you can do quite a lot of damage with the CQC element of Metal Gear Rex. I don't quite know how it's so maneuverable, so flexible, but it's a real testament to the guys at R&D who built this thing. Where's it gone? So yeah, try not to let Ray get too far away, because that's when the battle tends to fall apart for me. Just try and stun it like that, and then you can see there, the technique I'm going for here.
Chance to counterattack.
Thing is, though, Ray does so much damage. Like, even on normal, Ray seems to do a lot of damage. See, look at that. I mean, and it's stamping on me. That's one hit. It's crazy. I got a little unlucky there with the positioning of that. Come on, my Gatling gun is way better than your Gatling gun.
Here it comes.
That's a good opportunity, by the way, to get in a good volley of hits, is when he puts up his arm to shield himself. There's a few seconds where he puts his arm back down that you can get in some free hits. So that's what I try and go for. Why not just get some Stinger missiles out? They're clearly much more effective than my weapons. Get the railgun out. And that should be that. Yeah. Oh man, he looks pretty beat up. That went well. That went well. I felt, anyway. I don't know how he's still alive in there. Oh no, the Mark III! And my face exploded.
Where's Liquid?
Graceful as always.
Snake! Fox.
Game over. Oh, think again. I can't believe they did that.
Sorry, but that won't work this time.
That's another thing that was cool online. Like, if Liquid was
Behold.
killed a few seconds before the end, that would happen, and you get another minute on the clock. Which is pretty cool. First time it happened, because, I mean, at the end of matches, everybody just sort of goes up to each other and, you know, salutes or whatever they want to do. So yeah, when you're not expecting to all of a sudden be thrown in the middle of the battle again, everyone just goes mental in the middle of the map. Holy Mother of God. Now I believe the faces on the ship are Solid, Liquid, Solidus, and Big Boss, I think.
This delivery we won for ourselves. Outer Haven. And with this weapon, I will destroy JD.
And this is also one of my favourite cutscenes as well.
Everything ends, and everything begins. But as for you, brother, you'll stay here to mark this island's watery grave.
And I'll tell you why.
Die, snake!
Raiden has nothing to do with it, by the way. Ah, that would hurt a lot more than he's letting on.
Sonny.
Or would it? It might be a fake arm. Oh, that's gonna take some more dialysis. No, yeah, this is the reason why it's one of my favorite cutscenes of the game. It's because at this moment, Snake's given up. This is the only point in all of the games where Snake stops fighting, and it's scary as hell. He just accepts death, and it's horrible. And then he starts fighting again, and it's all good. I don't know how the balls Raiden is able to stop this ship.
Jack, do you remember the day we met?
Yeah, it was in front of Federal Hall. There were all these tourists around you.
They were asking me which building it was that King Kong was climbing in the movie. I said it was probably the Chrysler Building. And then you showed up and started mouthing off. You were like, no, it's the Empire State.
I said the Chrysler Building was in Godzilla.
We started arguing, and I forgot all about the tourists.
The next thing we knew, the tourists had gone away. And a week later, I found you again by coincidence out in the base corridor.
An amazing coincidence.
That night, we went up to the top of the Empire State Building.
It was so beautiful.
I didn't care anymore who was right.
And that was our first date.
We watched King Kong in your apartment a bunch of times that night. Didn't sleep till morning.
Wow, emotional times. He's not dead, by the way. Otherwise, I'd say a little more about it.
Worthless fossil.
Which is ridiculous. Would have made sense if he died there. But Raiden being the master of sequels, you know, he has to come back. Oh man, it's just not looking good for the heroes today, is it? And that, I believe, is the end of, yep, the end of Act 4, guys. 8 hours and 50, oh my god, 9 hours we've been doing this. Whew, still a lot more to go. Yeah, anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. I'm going to pause it for now. But yeah, I hope to see you in the next episode where we'll be, well, yeah, it'll be the briefing for the final act. So yeah, not really much else to say about that. But do join me for that one, guys. See you there. Yeah, see you in a bit.